Can it worn every day? Can it worn every day? As previously stated. As previously stated. We visit the museum. We visit the museum. They are sharing a meal. They are sharing a meal. You learn fast. You learn fast. Have you heard the news? Have you heard the news? What time is your next lesson? What time is your next lesson? Could you please pass the salt? Could you please pass the salt? Water freezes in winter. Water freezes in winter. Should not sing. Should not sing. Be resourceful. Be resourceful. I will go to the cinema because I love cinema. I will go to the cinema because I love cinema. I will take a photography course. I will take a photography course. Can I go to the settings button? Can I go to the settings button? I can speak on behalf of education. I can speak on behalf of education. Remaining tickets. Remaining tickets. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. There is no pen on the table. There is no pen on the table. Won't I become a businessman next year? Won't I become a businessman next year? I will also attend the meeting. I will also attend the meeting. Is he translating at dawn? Is he translating at dawn? His aunt was a chemist. His aunt was a chemist. It is not direct. It is not direct. We are closed on weekends. We are closed on weekends. Have you heard of the new restaurant downtown? Have you heard of the new restaurant downtown? They are informed monthly. They are informed monthly. The party was a great success. The party was a great success. All my secrets. All my secrets. We must go somewhere. We must go somewhere. He's a chemistry genius. He's a chemistry genius. Should be mentioned. Should be mentioned. Why did you tell me? Why did you tell me? Can you repeat this? Can you repeat this? Were their neighbors detectives? Were their neighbors detectives? I feel nauseous. I feel nauseous. I need to change my oil. I need to change my oil. We visited the museum in the afternoon. We visited the museum in the afternoon. He plays football on Sundays. He plays football on Sundays. He is good at playing guitar. He is good at playing guitar. I read it carefully. I read it carefully. If it's not freezing, I'll go out. If it's not freezing, I'll go out. Was he a fashion designer? Was he a fashion designer? He goes to the gym every morning. He goes to the gym every morning. Did you ask all of us? Did you ask all of us? Do you sell fresh poultry? Do you sell fresh poultry? He felt alone in the crowd. He felt alone in the crowd. There will be a discount in the store. There will be a discount in the store. We were walking in the rain. We were walking in the rain. He was dragged from the car. He was dragged from the car. Is his stepsister a lawyer? Is his stepsister a lawyer? He plays the piano. He plays the piano. You should not ignore the warning signs. You should not ignore the warning signs. Can he imagine last year? Can he imagine last year? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Have you read it? Have you read it? Watching the birds in the backyard. Watching the birds in the backyard. I loved your outfit. I loved your outfit. After surgery, you will wake up in the recovery room. After surgery, you will wake up in the recovery room. Since the weather is nice, I will ride my bike. Since the weather is nice, I will ride my bike. I'm calling after 5 weekends. I'm calling after 5 weekends. Can I go to the off button? Can I go to the off button? Was his grandfather an acrobat? Was his grandfather an acrobat? Shouldn't he normally impose it? Shouldn't he normally impose it? The cat was very tired. The cat was very tired. Our friends are coming tomorrow. Our friends are coming tomorrow. You can be sure that we will find a solution. You can be sure that we will find a solution. The only source of truth. The only source of truth. Didn't he listen every year? Didn't he listen every year? She is wearing a red dress. She is wearing a red dress. Can I go to the URL? Can I go to the URL? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. They speak good English. They speak good English. Can he inspect? Can he inspect? Why are you with this man? Why are you with this man? Shouldn't he agree every week? Shouldn't he agree every week? Did you see the last episode? Did you see the last episode? He would dive earlier. He would dive earlier. We visit our relatives during holidays. We visit our relatives during holidays. No problem. No problem. You are an inspiration. You are an inspiration. What a helpful friend. What a helpful friend. Do you have any house specialties? Do you have any house specialties? He took offense to her comment. He took offense to her comment. Can you lend me a pen? Can you lend me a pen? Do we check normally? Do we check normally? Were there children auditors? Were there children auditors? Can I go to the activation button? Can I go to the activation button? I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this. How many brands were affected? How many brands were affected? I study for exams every week. I study for exams every week. I enjoy making new recipes. I enjoy making new recipes. He could find work in the city. He could find work in the city. Unlike his wife, he is not a morning person. Unlike his wife, he is not a morning person. You are a great singer. You are a great singer. Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. Can you describe? Can you describe? He paints as a hobby. He paints as a hobby. They are planning a surprise party in the basement. They are planning a surprise party in the basement. You become a carpenter in 4 days. You become a carpenter in 4 days. The teacher gave us a short test. The teacher gave us a short test. I go to school every day. I go to school every day. We examine the theories of relativity. We examine the theories of relativity. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't they listen? Don't they listen? Can you swim? Can you swim? He organized a surprise party for his friend. He organized a surprise party for his friend. I need to make a poster. I need to make a poster. His half-brother was a reporter. His half-brother was a reporter. I went to shopping. I went to shopping. You'll never see me again. You'll never see me again. Solving this problem will not be easy. Solving this problem will not be easy. Were his grandparents jewelers? Were his grandparents jewelers? Isn't it usually obvious? Isn't it usually obvious? She's shopping for new clothes. She's shopping for new clothes. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You will pass the exam successfully. You will pass the exam successfully. I have to make a diorama on Wednesday. I have to make a diorama on Wednesday. I don't know, he didn't say. I don't know, he didn't say. He would watch it at noon. He would watch it at noon. What do you think of Plan B? What do you think of Plan B? He often made calculations. He often made calculations. Don't I question sometimes? Don't I question sometimes? He wrote a letter to his friend. He wrote a letter to his friend. I'm thinking of taking up a new hobby. I'm thinking of taking up a new hobby. I researched the effects of climate change. I researched the effects of climate change. It can rarely happen, Lieutenant. It can rarely happen, Lieutenant. How many plates are on the table? How many plates are on the table? Do you believe in destiny? Do you believe in destiny? Can't you suppress it? Can't you suppress it? Your uncle is the bartender. Your uncle is the bartender. And there is no one else. And there is no one else. He usually goes to work by bus. He usually goes to work by bus. We should not deny it. We should not deny it. Here is our success. Here is our success. How did you study? How did you study? Where were we? Read. Where were we? Read. He was an anthropologist. He was an anthropologist. Of course, I'd love to join you. Of course, I'd love to join you. The picture is in color. The picture is in color. The anesthesiologist will talk with you throughout the process. The anesthesiologist will talk with you throughout the process. What kind of plants do you grow? What kind of plants do you grow? He wrote a poem about love. He wrote a poem about love. I have to go to school. I have to go to school. He is a talented musician. He is a talented musician. Could they understand? Could they understand? I will let you know when the test results are ready. I will let you know when the test results are ready. It should be cold after a week. It should be cold after a week. As soon as possible. As soon as possible. The baby looks happy. The baby looks happy. This movie is truly gripping. This movie is truly gripping. His half-brother was a pathologist. His half-brother was a pathologist. Is her mother-in-law an announcer? Is her mother-in-law an announcer? The teacher is strict. The teacher is strict. Were their cousins dietitians? Were their cousins dietitians? They may not be able to introduce it sooner. They may not be able to introduce it sooner. Look who's talking. Look who's talking. I was studying English last night. I was studying English last night. Where does she lives? Where does she lives? Our husband is the guide. Our husband is the guide. I have to go to the bank. I have to go to the bank. The weapon was used in combat. The weapon was used in combat. How much does the bus ticket cost? How much does the bus ticket cost? Can I go to the photos button? Can I go to the photos button? Are there relatives hairdressers? Are there relatives hairdressers? We need to name names at noon. We need to name names at noon. He plays the piano very well. He plays the piano very well. They work together. They work together. Do you have vegan options? Do you have vegan options? Our grandmother was a waitress. Our grandmother was a waitress. I wish I could play guitar. I wish I could play guitar. There is a typo here. There is a typo here. They invite you 1 year in advance. They invite you 1 year in advance. He does not agree with the decision. He does not agree with the decision. Can I have a booth in a quiet corner, please? Can I have a booth in a quiet corner, please? He is ironing the clothes. He is ironing the clothes. I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to help you. Is your friend an optician? Is your friend an optician? Have you seen Clark? Have you seen Clark? We have completed the entire mission. We have completed the entire mission. Last year I should answer. Last year I should answer. I water the plants. I water the plants. May I ask you something? May I ask you something? Would it conclude? Would it conclude? Should I be a columnist next year? Should I be a columnist next year? I'm much more talkative. I'm much more talkative. We lived in London 2 years ago. We lived in London 2 years ago. Can I go to the newspapers? Can I go to the newspapers? I want a spinach appetizer. I want a spinach appetizer. Was my mother-in-law a singer? Was my mother-in-law a singer? The room is empty. The room is empty. Will it be resolved at dawn? Will it be resolved at dawn? What do you think about them? What do you think about them? Can I go to the network icon? Can I go to the network icon? How much does this shirt cost? How much does this shirt cost? He speaks Spanish fluently. He speaks Spanish fluently. This dish is too spicy for me. This dish is too spicy for me. I have only one opportunity to do this job. I have only one opportunity to do this job. Should not focus. Should not focus. We can vote now. We can vote now. My brother plays basketball. My brother plays basketball.